This evening to the Spring 2021 Rice D2K Virtual Showcase. Of course, we're doing this virtually. We'd love to have this in person sometime, but it's been that type of year at Rice. We're excited to see everybody here today. A couple of quick housekeeping things before we get started. Please do make sure during this introduction to remain on mute during this introduction, and we'll go ahead and get started. First, we want to thank our presenting sponsor, Bill.com, for sponsoring this evening's events. And to kick things off, we have the new Dean of the George R. Brown School of Engineering at Rice, Dr. Louay Nakle, who is here to give a brief introduction. Louay.
Thank you so much, Genevera. I'm very excited to be here. As Genevera said, I am Dean of the George R. Brown School of Engineering, but also I am a computational biologist, and I can tell you that so much of biology has been transformed by data science as well, because biology today is very massive data sets that require individuals and researchers who can think about how to analyze this data, how to develop algorithms, how to develop models for this data. So I view myself as an applied data scientist, and I feel that it's a field that's really transforming biology and many other fields. And as you all know, now we have very large amounts of data that are being generated and collected in nearly all industries and disciplines, not only in biology, but in the oil and gas industry, in physics, in astronomy, in many fields. And for us to be able to get value out of this data, we need people who can transform data to knowledge, right? And we get some actionable insights from this data, so that we can turn this data really into knowledge and information that's useful for us to act on. And this is what we refer to as data science, taking large amounts of data using statistics, computer science, all sorts of disciplines that we call as data science, and turn that data into useful knowledge. Rice, as you might know, have already invested a large amount of money into the data science initiative. We have invested over $45 million in particular for this data science initiative that was launched a few years ago. Through this initiative, we hired several data science faculty members. They are across multiple departments. Some are in the School of Engineering, some in other schools as well, in natural sciences, in social sciences, and in the humanities, I believe. So these are faculty members who work together and work with other people, other faculty members and other researchers from other fields, to put their expertise into the analysis of this data, and again, turning this data to knowledge. We are also very excited about launching the Master of Data Science program, which will start in the fall 2021. Until December, actually, I was chair of the computer science department, and the department played a key role in creating and launching this program, and we are very, very excited about it. This is a non-thesis program, so there is no research in it. It is more about getting professional training at the master's level in the area of data science. We will have two flavors or two versions of this program. One is on campus, where you come and take classes in person, and there's one that's online as well. And both of them have the same rigor and the same materials and so on. Integral to all these educational efforts, we have, as you know now, and while you are here, we have the Rice Center for Transforming Data to Knowledge, which is, everyone knows it as the D2K Lab. And this lab has been in operation now for about 3 years. It was launched in October 2018 with a generous fund of a $4 million gift from Catherine and Kevin Harvey. And we are very, very thankful to them, because the lab is about transforming data to knowledge, but the lab has really transformed the lives of so many hundreds of students, not only in engineering, but across the university. So the Rice D2K, the Data to Knowledge Lab, is a core part of our data science vision. It is a hub for innovation and interdisciplinary education in data science as well. The D2K Lab's mission is to provide students with immersive experiential learning opportunities in data science through corporate and community engagement. As you can tell from the projects that have been done and are going to be presented, this is all done in collaboration with teams that produce this data and are interested in getting knowledge out of this data. Of course, our goal is to train exceptional data scientists here at Rice, and we want to empower our students to make impact by solving real data science problems. And I would say the emphasis here on real data science problems is what is one of the unique things about this program, because you're not working with toy examples here, you're working with real data and working on modeling and analysis of such data. So we are very excited. I am personally very excited also about the D2K Virtual Showcase, and we look forward to many more. And we look forward also to hearing stories about all the projects that come out of this showcase and from the D2K in general. And with that, I want to turn it over now to the person who started it all, Professor Genevera Allen, who's the founder and faculty director of the Rice D2K Lab. Thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks very much, Luai, for the kind introduction. So as Luai mentioned, the D2K Lab launched 3 years ago, and the philosophy was simple. You can't learn data science without getting your hands messy on real data sets that are big and complex. And what better way to actually find real data sets than to directly partner with our corporate partners and community partners, government agencies, medical center researchers, and so forth, who have the really big data sets. So that's what we do in the D2K Lab. We do this through a series of courses. You're going to hear from student teams from 3 different experiential learning courses at Rice University today in this evening's showcase. Each one of these courses, students work on teams to tackle a real data science problem from the introductory level all the way to the advanced level for advanced undergraduates, professional masters, and even PhD students. The D2K Lab, while we run all these experiential learning courses, we also offer lots of engagement and enrichment programs by supporting the dynamic Rice Data Science Club, Hack Rice, Rice Datathon, and lots of other events on campus. So there's lots of ways to engage in data science at Rice, and we're excited and want to thank all of our partners, especially our partners this semester who sponsored projects in the D2K Lab this semester. So thanks very much to our corporate and community partners. Let me tell you a little bit about what is going to happen tonight and this evening. So in the D2K Showcase, we have 3 different courses where we have teams of students working on data science projects. I'm going to introduce each, in this introduction, we're going to introduce each course and the teams presenting tonight sequentially. And then you will actually have an opportunity to engage with the students and ask them questions. And you can navigate the website and go to virtual booths and actually learn more about each of the students' work. And at the end, this is a competition for our capstone teams. And at the end, there will be an award ceremony live on Zoom at 6:30 p.m. So please do tune in for that. So let me tell you a little bit about our first group of students that we're going to hear from. And those are our capstone teams. So these are all of our externally sponsored capstone teams. What is a capstone? A capstone is a culminating real-world project, research, or design activity where students can utilize all the skills they've learned from their different courses at Rice and bring them to bear on a real problem sponsored by real clients. So each one of our capstone teams, this is really unique. They're all interdisciplinary. In fact, out of all the students presenting tonight, we actually have 16 different majors and departments represented and presenting their work to you tonight. So each one of these student teams is interdisciplinary. It's not just students from one program, and they're integrated teams. We actually have advanced undergraduates, professional master students, and sometimes PhD students working on each of these teams together. They're each bringing from their discipline unique skill sets to bear on the problem at hand. So these are our capstone teams. And I think the best way to get a brief introduction to their work and their projects is we're actually going to hear 1-minute elevator pitches from each of the 10 capstone teams that we have presenting tonight. And we just have a video compilation of these 10 different elevator pitches. So let's actually hear some of these pitches right now.
Hi everyone, we're Team Autograder. Modern technology has revolutionized education and learning, but many opportunities and challenges still remain. This semester, we collaborated with OpenStax, a free online educational platform, to improve online learning experience. Specifically, our project is to develop an autograder for free response type questions. Unlike multiple choice questions that can be easily graded by machines, free response type questions are more complex and still require teachers to manually grade answers. As a result, manual grading is not only time consuming for teachers, but also prevents students from getting immediate feedback. Instead, just imagine an autograder that can finish grading in a split of seconds with high accuracy. To develop such an autograder, we first obtained free response data from OpenStax. Then, we leverage the power of natural language processing and machine learning models. If you want to learn more about a project, please drop by Team Autograder at the D2K Showcase.
I bet by the time I finish this sentence, you haven't been able to read through each of the conversations on screen, let alone begin to figure out which one you should respond to first. This is the challenge that customer service agents face every day, and at a company like our client, Bill.com, each of these customers could potentially have thousands of dollars on the line, making it crucial that they get the help they need before it's too late. We are Team Customer Service Chats, and our project is aimed at using data science to increase empathy in customer support interactions. Specifically, we use state-of-the-art natural language processing techniques and various machine learning tools like semi-supervised learning and logistic regressions to provide customer support agents with the probability that a customer will have a good experience in real time. This will allow them to more easily identify and prioritize customers that are likely to have negative experiences. This will help ensure that the thousands of small business owners who rely on Bill.com's products are able to get quick, efficient, and quality support when they most need it. Thank you for watching, and please stop by our breakout room for more information.
Hello everyone, we're Team Bill.com Customer Feedback, and we're here to help Bill.com make informed decisions based on thousands of customer surveys they receive every month. Bill.com provides accounting management software to small and medium-sized businesses. The product management team collects information about customer satisfaction through surveys and user-led feedback. With billions of dollars being transferred on the platform, it's vital for the team to understand the content of these surveys. Thus, we created tools to help Bill.com employees understand what certain types of users like and dislike about Bill.com. First, we made a machine learning model that predicts what rating a user will leave on a survey and identifies why it made that prediction. That way, employees can understand instantaneously why a user may leave a certain review and therefore can spend more time developing better solutions for Bill.com. Next, with natural language processing and deep learning techniques, we built a model that automatically categorizes comments into predefined tags, allowing a normally tedious job for the product management team to be completed in seconds. Thank you so much for listening, and please visit our booth for more information on the project.
Hi, we are Team Cardiac Signals, and we are working on the detection of cardiac electrical instability prior to cardiac arrest. Congenital heart defects are the most common heart defects in babies, affecting over 40,000 infants each year in the United States. Infants with hypoplastic left heart syndrome are born with only half of their heart developed, have to undergo multiple surgeries, and are at high risk of cardiac arrests. Working with Texas Children's Hospital, we apply data science and machine learning techniques to the heart signals for powerful real-time monitoring of these infants' cardiac function. These include methods like autoencoders and change point detection. What doctors may not be able to perceive, our algorithms can detect. Our techniques can generate early warning signals for cardiac events, giving doctors more time to take action and save lives. This approach enables proactive treatment for cardiac events. Come to the D2K Showcase to learn more on Wednesday, May 5th. We hope to see you there.
You may not think it, but last year in the United States, 40% of electricity was produced using natural gas. We generate so much that it could power 10 million US homes for 100 years. There are thousands of compressors moving natural gas, and a shutdown to any of them comes at an immediate cost. Standard practice in the industry is to spend millions of dollars on unexpected shutdowns, but what if we could predict them ahead of time? With millions of data points a minute, we can create a future where predicting expensive shutdowns is the norm. We are Team CSI Predict, working together with CSI Compresco here to solve the problem of compressor shutdowns. With a diverse set of backgrounds, each team member offers a unique perspective to this problem. Using statistical analysis and autoencoders, we can find when increasingly anomalous behavior from compressors indicate a potential shutdown. By comparing the actual readings we get to our model normal operation, we are able to schedule maintenance before the machine suffers irreparable damage. By preventing costly shutdowns, we strengthen the reliability of an industry that generates 40% of your power. If you have any additional questions, please come visit our booth. Here's to predicting a better future.
Global warming threatens cities around the world, and Houston is no exception. Its 2 million residents live among a sprawling network of asphalt and buildings, dotted by dangerous hotspots that disproportionately affect our most vulnerable populations. Residents suffer from both short-term heat-related illness and a long-term increase in the risk of heart attacks and respiratory mortality. It's clear that Houston faces a daunting challenge ahead to respond to the effects of heat, so we teamed up with the City of Houston and BP to do something about it. We examined the impact of buildings, population, and land cover to better understand the myriad of ways that our environment affects extreme heat. Using data from the city's HeatWatch volunteer project, we leveraged Gaussian processes, spatial regression, time series analysis, and expert feedback to identify how specific super neighborhoods could benefit from green space initiatives. In Gulfton, one of the hottest neighborhoods in Houston, increasing the percentage of trees by 20% shows the potential for dramatic reductions in temperature. To learn more, stop by our booth, Team Heat.
The World Health Organization defines equity as fair opportunity for everyone to attain their full potential regardless of demographics. The events of last year make it clear that we are far from true equity, but just how far? This question is answerable for a specific topic, but harder to comprehend in general. Thus, we've teamed up with the City of Houston and BP to better understand neighborhood equity. The Houston Office of Resilience works with all city departments to leverage hundreds of millions of dollars toward 5 objectives. In particular, Chapter 2 requires a good definition of what makes a neighborhood equitable. So, our objective is to support policymakers with a meaningful and reliable metric for neighborhood equity. To do so, we discretize into 5 categories of quality outcomes, and for each category develop a family of direct demographic comparisons that we can then analyze with a variety of multivariate analysis techniques. For instance, we found that downtown was the most inequitable neighborhood in Houston, specifically in the employment sector. Our work supports informed, data-driven policy and targeted and effective solutions in pursuit of a more just and equitable society. Thank you.
Hello, we are the Houston Fire Department Emergency Response Group. This semester, we worked with the fire department to solve a key issue that has only been exacerbated during the COVID-19 pandemic. The overwhelming majority of calls are medical emergencies, while less than half of the apparatuses are ambulances. Imagine that you've had an injury and call for an ambulance, but a fire truck showed up because all the ambulances were currently busy or too far away. That's actually what happens almost 41% of the time. Over the past semester, our team has created a simulation to analyze a proposed fleet profile and find the optimal response fleet. Our simulation has showed that the proposed fleet will see the busiest ambulances become 6% more available, and fire trucks 5% more available. Also, the total fire trucks sent to medical emergencies will decrease by almost 15%. If you are interested in our project and would want to hear the rest of our findings, please visit us during the D2K Showcase.
Have you ever been in a class that's just so boring you can't pay attention? Chances are that class had a lot of unengaging passive learning, like lectures, but not a lot of active learning, like hands-on projects or activities. Oftentimes, students may avoid taking classes with learning methods that don't engage them, and they usually make these decisions by reading course syllabi. However, every syllabus is formatted differently, making them difficult to compare. That's why we've been working with OpenStax this semester to develop natural language processing models that standardize the information in syllabi. One piece of information we focused on is the types of learning in a syllabus. With our models, students can identify a syllabi with lots of active learning in order to inform which courses to take or schools to attend. Instructors can improve their courses by picking out syllabi with lots of active learning to draw inspiration from. Finally, researchers can aggregate our data to find that in Texas, for example, wealthier universities offer more active learning opportunities on average. With the increased demand in remote learning due to COVID-19, students are feeling more disconnected from the classroom than ever. So we hope that the educational community can use our work to address disparities in active learning and ensure that every student has access to the quality education they deserve.
Stroke Chatbot. Stroke is a leading cause of disability and death. In the US, every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke, and every 4 minutes, someone dies because of a stroke. Surviving the first stroke is not the end of the story, because 1 in 4 stroke survivors will have another in the future. 1 stroke is enough. We want to help prevent a second stroke. But the problem is that we do not know what happened between strokes. To solve this problem, we developed a stroke-assisted app. the Stroke Chatbot, to interact with patients in a conversational environment and record the physiological behaviors after the first stroke. It is available both on the Apple Store and Google Play. Our chatbot is designed to ask a few questions related to stroke risk factors, including stress level, sleeping time, etc., to keep track of your daily health conditions. Our machine learning model will capture the answer, combine them with the patient's medical history, and calculate the stroke risk score. For more information, please visit our virtual booth.
Okay, so we heard all of those great 1-minute elevator pitches for, again, these are our externally sponsored or our affiliate sponsored D2K Capstone team. And I mentioned this is a competition amongst those teams. So we do have some judges here who will be judging the teams, but you as the audience also have an opportunity to vote for your favorite team. So this is available on the D2K Showcase website, 1 vote per IP address, so you can't clog the system. And please do vote for your favorite team, and please do connect with each one of our capstone teams in their virtual booths afterwards. Okay, and next to introduce, we also have capstone teams that are not sponsored by some of our affiliates. And to introduce these capstone teams, we have the instructor for the course, a new faculty member in the D2K Lab, Dr. Arko Barman.
Hello, I'm excited to present the student projects for the internal capstone class. And they've done excellent work. These are a bunch of very talented, mostly undergrad juniors. We're going to listen to their 1-minute pitches now, but they're also going to have Zoom rooms where you can visit and you can find out more about their projects and encourage them to continue their excellent data science work.
Great, and to hear from these teams, we actually have some 1-minute pitches as well, so we can hear their team's 1-minute pitches.
Hi, we are Team Contrix, and we are presenting on the indicators that describe a country. Quantifying the future quality of life of citizens of a country is very difficult, and no single metric is enough to fully describe. We seek to visualize the relationships between various civil and developmental indicators for a country and train a network to model and predict the future of said metrics using past time series data. Hopefully, our results can then be used to make and evaluate policy decisions in a more quantitative and informed manner.
Because there are so many different factors that make up a country, our data has many different themes, such as the economy and the environment. Our data is three-dimensional, essentially being multiple time series for different countries. The axes here are the indicator values, the time, and the different countries. Here is one of our results for our model. We're trying to predict the total population for Colombia. Here, the orange line is the input data, the blue line is our prediction, and the green line is our actual value. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
The coronavirus pandemic has been affecting the world for nearly 1.5 years, resulting in over 3 million deaths and countless disrupted lives. In the fight against the pandemic, any extra information has the potential to save lives, especially information about the way everyday people have responded to the outbreak. One source of such information is Twitter. Over 500 million tweets are sent per day, representing a goldmine of information about people's behavioral patterns during the pandemic. Our project has investigated how pandemic-related sentiments on Twitter interact with public health indicators. To do so, we observed the relationship between COVID-19 Twitter sentiment and infection rate in the US, and use those observations to create a model to predict infection rates in the future. To create the model, we fed pandemic-related tweets through a variety of filters and models, making use of advanced strategies for text parsing and quantifying emotion, before training several forms of machine learning models. This project is part of a wave of new research utilizing social media for public health, with results that are easily understood by public health officials. In addition, because social media is popular among all segments of our society, our data avoids leaving out traditionally underrepresented groups. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you at our booth.
Hi, we are Team Contrix.
Okay, thanks very much to our non-affiliate sponsored capstone team. We also have introductory data science teams presenting today at the showcase. We're super excited to have them. And to introduce them, we will have the instructor for the course, also a new faculty in the D2K Lab, Dr. Sue Chen. Sue.
Hello, everyone. This semester, we have 5 introductory data science teams. These students are from diverse backgrounds. More than half of them are from social science and humanity majors, and most of them have no prior experience in data science. Over one semester, they have learned the fundamentals and completed projects using public datasets of their choice. Please check out their 5 minutes video presentations on the Showcase website. Thank you.
Cool, thanks very much, Sue. So please do check out the introductory team's works as well. We're very proud of them and very excited to have them as part of the showcase. So let me tell you a little bit about what is going to happen now in the showcase. So first of all, this website right here, the D2K Showcase website, how you got onto this Zoom room, this is what you need to keep open this evening. This is how you will navigate and visit the various teams and learn about things. So please keep this website open. From 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., you can navigate and click on the icons for various projects. The information about those projects will come up. And for all of our capstone teams, you can actually visit with the teams. It says check in with the teams, visit those teams in their virtual booths. The students will be there. They're happy to answer questions and tell you all about their projects. So please do visit those virtual booths. And please tune back in. Again, keep the Showcase website open. There's the link to tune back in to the award ceremony that will start at 6:30 p.m. sharp. Okay, so with that, I want to thank our affiliate members and our sponsors again. And please feel free to connect with the D2K Lab. At this point, I ask all the students, please do exit this Zoom room and open up your virtual booths. Let's make sure, so goodbye to our students who are all opening up virtual booths for us. And we will end the Zoom call shortly. And so that everybody can go and visit the virtual booths for the next hour, please do check in with the students and ask all sorts of questions